Good evening and welcome to JOKE News, Washington, D.C. Gun violence in our nation's schools is nothing new, but a rash of incidents involving pistol-packing preschoolers is giving parents, educators, and the law enforcement officials cause for concern. This past Monday, 3-year-old Dylan Childs brought a loaded Glock 17 semi-automatic weapon to Moton Elementary School here in southeast Washington, D.C. For more on this story, we go to our reporter live at Moton Elementary.
Tonight, this is very troubling. Police tell us that the child is just 3 years old. They say that he brought a loaded pistol to Moton Elementary School behind me here in southeast DC. The child is in preschool. Detectives tell us officers arrested the boy today. Police say a security guard checked the boy's backpack and found the loaded Glock 17 9mm semi-automatic pistol around 9:30 this morning. We still don't know why the guard checked the boy's bag in the first place. Childs is charged with carrying a pistol without a license, possession of unregistered ammunition.
The FBI reports that their investigation into Dylan's Facebook page reveals a lifelong fascination with firearms. And Dylan's not alone. America's 55 million preschoolers pack heat at a surprising rate. A 2011 study by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention found that 1 in 9 preschoolers nationwide has carried a weapon to school in the past month. Given the inevitability that children are going to bring guns to school, what can we do to ensure their safety and the safety of their tiny classmates? One educator with ties to the NRA believes she's come up with the answer in a controversial program called Babes in Arms that uses age-appropriate training and curriculum to educate toddlers, preschoolers, and elementary school children about how to handle firearms safely and effectively.
Hello, I'm Diane Trister Dodge, an author of the Creative Curriculum for Preschool, a curriculum with a long history that began with my experiences as a preschool and kindergarten teacher and my work with Head Start, child care, and pre-kindergarten programs in Mississippi, Washington, D.C., and across the country. The creative curriculum has evolved as we have learned so much more about how young children learn and how to provide the very best programs for 3 to 5-year-olds. Many wonderful colleagues have contributed to the curriculum and the materials that extend and enhance it.
The Babes in Arms program is currently being piloted in a handful of schools across the country.
Everybody's got eyes and ears on?
Right. These girls are grade schoolers. Most are still losing baby teeth.
Nice!
But home on this range outside of Austin, Texas, playdates require serious firepower.
Tell them what her name is. What's your rifle name? Barbie? Is it because it's pink? Yeah?
Vanessa is one of 7 pint-sized shooters attending what's called the Little Girls Youth Training.
Put that safety down. Good.
Once children complete an intensive 3-hour program and pass a rigorous background check, they become eligible to be appointed licensed classroom deputies. The program works by electing 1 pint-sized deputy each month from each classroom who is permitted to carry a gun for use in case of school emergencies. Proponents of the measure look to a highly successful pilot program implemented 2 years ago in Ohio.
Here's packing heat. Well, the plan already in place for 2 years in a small town of Sydney, Ohio. And it's working. Now more Ohio schools are considering the same idea. John Shue is the superintendent of Sydney City Schools. He's here to tell us how it works. Nice to see you this morning, John.
Great to be here, thank you.
So this was, of course, in response to what happened up in Connecticut, right, at Sandy Hook Elementary School?
That is correct, yes.
And so now other schools seeing what you have done to great success and starting to go down that line. How would you say your program has been a success?
Well, we think it's been very successful. We're in the 2nd year of implementing some additional safety, security measures for our school district, and we think it has been quite successful.
In spite of the success, not everyone is on board with this controversial Babes in Arms plan. Parents and law enforcement officials in one South Carolina elementary school are questioning the safety of getting rid of trained police officers in favor of putting guns into teeny tiny toddler hands.
Sheriff Alex Underwood was furious about it last week.
I think it's the stupidest idea I've heard in my life to take law enforcement out of schools and put these kids in jeopardy.
It is questions about training and effectiveness that many parents are raising. Others are concerned that relationships with local sheriff's deputies will be lost.
It leaves you a little uneasy. I would trust the officer before I trust the security.
School officials we talked to have assured us they will be issuing a response to this decision as soon as possible.
The school district did tell me they plan to send out a letter to parents very soon explaining the security changes for next year.
In the meantime, the fate of little Dylan Childs remains uncertain tonight. At this hour, he's being held at the First Steps Toddler Detention Center and is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow after he wakes up from his afternoon nap. I'm Alice Taylor reporting. Good night.